What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Turtles Love Pizza. This is the podcast where we go over everything Turtles, be it the comics, be it the movies, be it action figures. We just dive deep. And this is Steven.
This is Andrew.
What's up, Andrew?
What's up, Steven?
Not much. Anything new on your end?
Anything new on my end? Let me see here. I actually, literally, before we started this podcast, I got an email from Super 7 that they shipped out my Surfer Michelangelo.
You got a Surfer Michelangelo?
Dude, did you not have that toy growing up, the Surfer Michelangelo?
No, I did not have the toy.
Oh, I had that. That was one of my favorite ones. Like, Mikey as a surfer, he had a surfboard. I actually accidentally melted mine.
How?
So, as a kid, I had a really active imagination, and I would put my turtles and my GI Joes in like perilous situations. Like sometimes I would literally put them in a cup of water and freeze it inside the fridge and things like that. So, anyways, I was playing with my Surfer Mike, and I was like, "Oh no, it's like a heat trap," and I put him on top of a light bulb on a lamp, right?
Oh no!
And then
Okay.
he started melting into the lamp, and I was like freaking out because he was like smoking. And so I was like, "Oh, what's the opposite of heat? Ice." So I put an ice cube on top of the light bulb to like stop the thing, and it exploded.
Oh, yeah.
And like it woke up my mom. My mom was taking a nap, and she's like, "What happened?" Like 'cause she heard like the little explosion.
Oh my gosh!
So mad at me.
Oh,
Yeah, I kind of melted the stomach of my Surfer Mike.
okay. Wow. Send me a picture of the Surfer Mike because I actually might have had it. I just don't remember because it's the Ninja Turtles were the action figures I first got, and then I got Batman ones later. But for some reason, I only collected the Batman ones, so I still have a lot of the Batman ones, but not the Ninja Turtles. So I might have actually had the Surf Ninja one.
You probably did.
Yeah.
Let me send you this picture.
Yeah, because, dude, back in the day, action figures, man, those were so fun. I had a bunch of, like, Batman Returns, Batman comic books, and then I had the original. Like, we talked about this before. I had the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think it was Michelangelo. And then I had a bunch of the vehicles. And then after a point, the parents just donate everything. Yep. Oh, dude, I did have this one.
Yeah, so that was like one of my favorite ones. That one and like Detective Donatello and
I did not
Leonardo and the Space Raphael. And
I did not have those three.
So I had those, and actually Super 7 released those as or like pre-ordered for them. So I'm waiting for my Leonardo Samurai to come next, and then like Detective Donatello, and then they did a Space Cadet Raph, which looks pretty cool too. So
wait, okay, about this Detective Donatello, like what did that look like? Can you send me a picture too? Cause
yeah, it was just Donatello in disguise. He had like a trench coat on.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Hey, did you get the link I sent you earlier about the monsters, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle monster line with Donatello?
Yeah, I saw that already. The
what
Man.
Is that Dorian Gray? Like, who's he
So he's
supposed
the
to be?
Invisible Man.
The Invisible Man, that's right. Oh wait, dude, I had Donatello.
Yeah.
I did not have the other two. Okay, yeah, this is cool, man. So they're gonna come in like later in the year?
Yeah, I mean, Leo should come in this month. I don't know when the others are going to.
Well, dude, your last Ronin statue should come in this month, right?
Supposedly. Oh, I also got. So I didn't actually get this Donatello in disguise from Super 7. I got the punk rock Donatello.
Punk rock? Is that from Super 7?
Yeah, Super 7 has that, but it was also one of the original toys.
Oh, okay.
I actually still have this one.
Actually, I did me myself, I did get some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff too. I sent you a picture of it. Number one, I got the Armageddon game issue 1, and then the Saturday Adventures issue 1, which I just read and can't wait to talk about either of them. And I also got like this special edition IDW Ben Bishop cover for Last Ronin. It's a hardcover for the Last Ronin with all the issues, and I was so sad because I showed you a picture like the cover was actually bent out of shape, and then they had like glue on the outside. You know you know the glue they usually put on the spine.
Yeah,
For some reason, it got on the front of the pages, so the pages were sticking to each other.
they had a big QA issue there.
Yeah, I know. So I emailed them, and they're sending me a replacement one. And I wanted to know, do you want the the messed
You
up
want the
one?
jacked up one? Sure.
Yeah.
If you want to send it to me,
Oh,
I'll just
really?
I'll just put it on my bookshelf, and no one will ever know.
Well, honestly, the pages are still really good. So if you want to read it, you can still read it. It's just kind of sticky. So
Well, I mean, I've already read it, so.
yeah, exactly. And don't yeah. So what else? What else? Um,
Oh, I got a Star Wars statue that I sent you a picture of.
oh yeah, the samurai one.
Yeah, did you watch it, Star Wars Visions?
No, not yet. I haven't had time, but I'll put that on the to-do list.
You should totally watch. At least just watch the first episode because that's where the statue's from.
They're all anime.
Cool. Yeah, they're all anime. They're all different styles, though. It's not all the same.
Okay, but you highly recommend the first one. That
And I
statue was
highly
pretty
recommend
dope.
it. It is, and like for $60, and it has so much detail on it. I was very surprised.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Another thing, this is not Ninja Turtle related, but we kind of were sending this around in our group chats, but the Super Mario Bros. Trailer just came out with Chris Pratt. What did you think?
It looks cool.
Yeah,
It looks
yeah, yeah,
really cool. However, yeah, it's just Chris Pratt's voice. Like
yeah.
Jack Black is like doing great as Bowser, right? He sounds
Yes,
menacing. It doesn't sound like your normal Jack Black,
yeah,
but like Chris Pratt's just like, hey, look over there, and it's like it's
yeah.
totally Chris Pratt. Which the thing is, like Chris Pratt promised that it would be a different voice.
It's totally
And
not.
he
There's like
said
no.
that in a different interview, like, and because Mario has such a distinct voice, right?
Yeah,
Because most Nintendo characters don't really talk much, like at
yeah,
all. Like Link never says a word. Kirby doesn't say anything, like. But Mario has like that distinct voice
right.
of it's me, Mario, and
Yeah,
so like I feel like this is that whole like Sonic situation all over again.
but Sonic was based on like the look. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like they made the decision to change it up a little. I feel like Nintendo's going to do the same thing because it's really the fans that are really going to suffer, right?
Yeah,
And it's not even the Japanese fans because I'm sure the Japanese voice actor is going to do a great job. It's
yeah.
just like here in America we need that Hollywood star power. So either Chris Pratt needs to learn to do an Italian accent, or they
Like a
get someone.
bad one.
Yeah,
I think was
I
it
feel like that would be even funnier though if he does like a really bad Italian accent.
yeah. Hey, so I was looking at the cast list, and Charlie Day is in it. Is he Luigi?
Yeah, he's Luigi, which makes perfect.
Oh, that's gonna be great, man.
And then Anya Taylor Joy, she's gonna be Princess Peach.
Who's Toad?
I forget who Toad is.
Yeah, I was like, I was trying to figure it out because I was thinking either Charlie Day was Toad or Charlie Day was Luigi. It was one of the
No,
two.
he's Luigi.
Okay, okay.
And then Seth Rogen's gonna be Donkey Kong.
Oh my god.
Toad is actually Keegan Michael Key.
Toad?
Yeah,
Okay, all right. That's doable. So, all I'll say is it looks like a really good video game.
yeah.
Like, so,
It's like the
and it looks
cinematics from the video game. They're now
exactly.
really.
I wonder if they're going to make it 3D too. I think that would be that would be like a 3D way to go.
Eh.
But yeah. Anyways, anything else? I think you didn't you get something other than the Star Wars figure
I'm trying to
statue?
think. Oh, my Dark Turtle came in.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
The Loot Crate came in. I got the Dark Turtle. He is amazing. He actually is interchangeable with the Turtles in Disguise pack that I got from Target.
So what does that mean? You can like remove the costume?
So I can like remove the head and add those heads.
Oh,
So if
that's
I want like him without the mask on, I can just use the Donatello head from that.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Wait, did you actually take it out of the box?
of course not.
Oh, okay. I was like, well, how do you know that then? They say it on the box?
Yeah, it literally says it on the box.
Dude, so I was reading this news that like NF or Walmart is doing an exclusive with NECA, right?
Yeah, the Auto T. It's
Y- Yeah, is it like an NFT or something?
okay. So here's the thing with Auto T, you
Yeah.
can buy either the figure in the store or online, and they
Uh-huh.
give you a code, and you go to Auto T, whatever their website is, and then you can put in your code, and then you get like a digital version of it. Sometimes, not all the
Yeah.
time. Sometimes you get a digital, and then other times it's like the actual figure itself, and then you can like keep it stored with them, so it's like they're like your collector spot.
Yeah.
And then if you want it physically, like you can have it shipped to yourself for free apparently. But if you want to buy and trade, like you can just leave it in their vault, and then you can just like sell it, and it's like super easy to do so. Do so.
Okay. Is that are you going to buy anything?
Like they like today they released the Mirage Black and White Foot Soldier, Shredder, and a blue Rennet.
Yeah.
But I didn't buy anything because I totally forgot about it until I saw all these tweets later about it and
Yeah.
everyone complaining about it basically.
Wait, complaining
So
about what?
the whole auto T thing because it's confusing. I had
Oh,
to watch a
okay.
video about it because I was like, I don't understand this concept. They
Yeah.
luckily did put a video out, but like it really is kind of a convoluted mess.
Okay,
Like they could have made something simpler.
but you do buy the actual figure and inside there's a code that you can get like another
On
thing.
your receipt, there's a code,
Okay.
and sometimes it'll be an NFT, sometimes it won't be.
Okay, that's kind of stupid. They should have an NFT for everything if they're going to do it, right?
Like I said, it's very convoluted. It's
Yeah,
just
that's
hopefully they'll like
yeah, figure
simplify
it
it.
out. Yeah. Anyways, okay, we've talked about our action figures. We've talked about our weekly purchase. Now we're getting to the bread and butter of our episode. We are talking about Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue number 3, written by James Tynion and drawn by Freddie Williams. And let's get into it. Andrew, can you give us a quick breakdown of the story?
All right, quick breakdown of the story. We pick up with Shredder at the Iceberg Lounge with Penguin, and he's basically talking about his plan to like keep the portal open because he wants to rule Gotham and New York City.
Yep.
And then Penguin's like, "Please don't do that. Like, I thought you were just leaving." And then obviously he threatens Penguin because he's like, you are now mine, basically.
Yeah.
So they're going to get Dr. Khan, who's supposed to figure out how to make it so that the portal's stable. And because if you leave it open, he says you'll basically destroy Gotham.
Yeah.
And so Batman arrives to save Dr. Khan, and then the Turtles also arrive to like stop the Foot.
Mm-hmm.
And we have like this cool, awesome image of them all teaming up against Shredder. Then we get a flashback to 2 hours earlier where Batman is talking incessantly. Like there's a lot of dialogue in this,
Yes.
like a lot, like unnecessarily. And then
I feel
turns out,
like we're on the same page.
yeah, the Turtles broke into the Batcave. Uh, Probably my favorite panel is Michelangelo riding the T Rex, the robot T Rex.
Agreed.
Donnie is like in heaven with all the Batman equipment.
Yeah.
And so Batman shows up. He's kind of posturing. Splinter's like, cut the crap. Let's work together to stop Shredder.
Mm-hmm.
And they agree to do so. And then we come back to the present where they're fighting. And they think they have their upper hand. But then all of a sudden, Shredder's like, screw y'all. Blows up the portal. Kills Dr. Khan because he had like some sort of explosive in his head. And then
Right.
Raph gets all pissed off, typical Raph. And he charges in. Shredder wounds him like pretty severely, and they have to like attend to him instead of going after Shredder. And then we get the big reveal that the person that saved Shredder from this whole mess was Ra's al Ghul, which seems like the perfect like partnership between those two.
Completely agree. Okay. All right. Let's jump into it. And I want to go with something that you mentioned. A lot of verbal diarrhea.
Seriously, like, why is there so much talking in this? Like, there really didn't need. Like, there's like, I appreciate the other ones because they had a lot of like action with them,
Yeah.
but this one had minimal action, tons of dialogue.
And I do think maybe one thing is James Tynion is kind of what's happening is there's a lot going on and he doesn't know how to show it visually, so he's just like vomiting everywhere in terms of dialogue because he's trying to fill the gaps. There's definitely like gaps that need to be filled in terms of like plot holes or whatever. So he's trying to plug up whatever he can with just a bunch of dialogue, you know?
I think a lot of it is, for me, like my opinion is basically that he doesn't trust like
The
the
reader.
artist can kind of put forth that vision.
Oh, I see.
Is what it seems like. Because
Yeah,
like a lot of these scenes, like it's like trying to watch a movie, basically.
right.
Like especially like with Bruce Wayne in the Wayne Manor with Alfred.
Alfred.
Like, all these little scenes are just kind of like trying to put together a movie scene. You know?
So let me read you one piece of dialogue really quick. That's the secondary grid, the one Wayne Enterprises built in the wake of the 0 year to prevent that kind of centralized attack in the future. That's Alfred. Okay, so I didn't want to do a British accent, but
Should have
that's
tried.
that's long, right?
It is.
That's just like number one, you need to know what 0 year is. Number two, centralized attack in the future. Like number three, you need to know what a secondary grid, Wayne Enterprises, blah blah blah. But like all you had to, you didn't even need, you don't really need that sentence, you know?
Basically, all you have to do is say, "I see they're funneling a lot of power to the iceberg lounge." Done. That cuts out
Yes,
like most of both of these bubbles right here.
exactly. Okay, but let's get into things that you did like. We kind of got into it, like the image of Michelangelo on the T Rex and Donatello, right? They're
Yeah,
entering the Batcave pretty much. Anything else? Like what stands out to you?
I did like how intelligent Shredder is.
Yeah.
Like he had foresight to like place like a bomb on the doctor and to think that they were going to be able to interfere and all this other stuff.
Yeah. And I feel like the true dialogue, like who James Tynion really understands is Shredder and Michelangelo. I think Michelangelo and Raph, like those three, he gets their voices down really well.
Yeah, I
Like in
agree.
my opinion, what he's created in Shredder is definitely someone menacing, especially with his words. In terms of Penguin, I feel like he plays Penguin as kind of a bumbling idiot,
Yeah,
which in reality is not true. Like Penguin is actually very, very dangerous in the comics, but he plays bumbling. But
he's
yeah,
like
I
Columbo.
huh?
He's like Columbo.
Yes, he's like Columbo for gangsters. I'll tell you one panel that I really like, page 47 of, and that's when Leonardo is like, "It's a totally awesome team up."
See, for me, that dialogue doesn't match.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
I
it
feel
should.
like Michelangelo should have said that.
Amen. Yes. Yeah, I agree. What else? What else?
What else?
What else did you like?
What else did I like? I like how Donatello's geeking out about the Batcave. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
fully would do that. I like how Raph is still very distrustful of Batman, regardless of everything that Splinter said and everything that they've seen. So it just
Yeah.
kind of, it really, like, the characterization of the turtles really fits.
Yeah, I agree. I like how Michelangelo is like Alfred is some kind of robot.
I think it'd be really cool if at the end of it you found out that he really was a robot.
Oh yeah, that would be like Alfred is actually on vacation, so he set up his robot to help out. Yeah, another thing I actually like the twist at the end, and you mentioned it, Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah,
I think that's a really great pairing. I'm wondering when Joker's gonna pop up and just like ruin everything for everybody.
probably the next issue.
Yeah, probably. Um, but yeah, overall, I think we can agree that there's a lot of verbal vomit, right?
Yeah, like way too much dialogue.
Yeah. And I don't think you're ever going to do it, but if you ever tried reading James Tynion's Batman, like after he took over for Tom King after issue 85, that's what I really did not like about his run. It's just a bunch of vomit and then a bunch of new characters.
Yeah, probably not going to read that with that
Yeah.
glowing recommendation. Like, I think he did a great job with characterization. Like, and then also the plot is interesting, which I
Yeah.
appreciate. It's just, you can say a lot with less.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of a minimalist myself, anyways. Um, so yeah, I feel like there's better ways to say certain things that would bring the idea across and not need to take up as much space, which leaves you free to like have more stuff from something else.
Yeah,
More
I
cool action,
agree.
that kind of stuff.
And
Because the action scenes in here were good, but like there weren't enough for me at least.
yeah, trust your collaborator. And after everything that we've seen so far, Freddie Williams is still the MVP. Like he's the one that I come back to every week while reading this.
And these character designs are even like on page 52, like Splinter's kind of giving this background of what they're facing back home,
Yeah.
and you see Krang, you see Bebop and Rocksteady, and you
Yeah.
see the Rock soldiers. Like, it is a cool image.
Yeah. And you still have the turtles.
Yeah,
So he's just really great at it. It's just I wish, Tynion trusted him a little more and trusted his audience a little more to not have to read everything. Like
yeah,
there's always going to be some kind of subtext in any story. Just let that flow, naturally. But I do like you mentioned, Shredder Smart. That so reminded me of Suicide Squad.
yeah.
Like when his head exploded. Um, okay, let's get into the slices of pizza. How many slices?
I think it's a two.
This one for me is a 3. I I don't know if it's gonna get worse for a 2, but wow, that's pretty low for you.
Yeah, I mean, what saved it were like the panels I liked.
Yeah.
But honestly, like this plot didn't move much.
Oh, so it's static right now.
It feels pretty static. Like, I don't feel like we needed that flashback of the Bat Cave to take up that much um, space.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
too
feel like
much
you could just,
exposition.
yeah, you could have just put that at the beginning and not had a flashback and cut this action.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay, I agree with you.
I
Although I'm
understand
not as
like you
harsh
wanted
as you.
like the surprise of Batman coming to save the Doctor and stuff, but did you really need that? I don't know.
Well, I mean, honestly, I've already read his Batman run, so this is already like 2 times better than that. Like, so I'm really happy so far because he's not randomly throwing in new characters and creating like random characters. He's sticking with like the original. So I'm just happy he's being loyal to like the main characters and hasn't really done anything out of the ordinary. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, he kind of had to with
Yeah.
these properties. Don't worry. I mean, I've read this entire series already. It gets crazy later. So
Yeah. So I'm excited as we get into issue 4, right? Issue 4 is next.
issue 4 is next.
All right, guys. So listen to issue 4. I mean, read issue 4 and listen to the next episode. Next up, we have our mini review of Rise of the TMNT, episode 16. It is
Yep.
called Shadow of Evil.
Yes, it
Now,
is.
either I can do the plot description or you can do it. What do
You
you
can
want
go
to do?
for it, man. Go for
You
it.
want me to go for it? Okay, if I have trouble, I'm going to call on you to assist me.
All right, go
Okay,
for it.
so Shadow of Evil. This story is really interesting because it's kind of 2 stories going on at once, but the Splinter story is the main story. So what's going on right now is the turtles are, trying to find Draxum and stop him with his Uskitos. That's plot A. But the main plot is April starts working at this shoe store called the Foot Shack, and Splinter sees her shirt, and it's the foot on that on the Foot Clan's face. So basically, he's like, "Oh my gosh, that's the symbol of the foot. I need to see what's going on." So there's a bunch of funny scenes where Splinter like hurts his back and is mamboing to crack it, and then he's climbing up. Like he basically dresses as a kid so he can go into the shoe store to investigate, and he finds out that the Foot Clan they're trying to find these metal pieces and put together a piece of armor that will unleash this ancient evil that was banished a long time ago. And it turns out that's Shredder. Now, also, while this is going on, you get a lot of backstory for Splinter. And this story is basically Splinter's entire line, the Lujitsu line, have always been there to protect and keep that metal from coming together to form the Shredder outfit. But Lujitsu didn't really believe in it. So instead of helping protect and keep the armor out of people's hands, he went into show business and became famous.
Yeah.
So so while this is going on, the Ninja Turtles are attacked by this bird that ate a Uskito and became a mutant bird, and then Splinter is following the foot to discover where the pieces are, and he dresses up as a foot soldier, and he goes by the name of Randall. I don't know why he would go by that name, but it's hilarious. And then the best scene is like the turtles show up at where the Foot Clan is because they end up all tracing the same armor, like this piece of metal, and the Foot Clan all get defeated by the Ninja Turtles except for Randall, and then the two lead foot soldiers are like, "Randall, you take care of them," and Splinter kicks the crap out of the Ninja Turtles, and it's just hilarious because he has this dialogue knowing his sons very well and the way they move. And then at moving to the end of the episode, you discover that Draxum and the Foot Clan are working together, and then Draxum captures Randall, removes the mask, and discovers that Splinter is Lujitsu. Then the Ninja Turtles all find out, and they're all like, "What?" And then at the end, they all, like the Foot Clan and Shredder, they go away with their piece of equipment, and then the Ninja Turtles, April and Splinter, they go on their own way, and Splinter's like, "We better catch up on our training because we got to stop this before it gets serious." Did I miss anything?
No, I think you got everything there. I mean, what I really like though was like the little things in this episode, like all the callbacks.
Okay, what?
For example, in the zoo, they have like the Rocksteady and Bebop callback there because there's a warthog and a rhino, and
Yeah.
then they have like two guys that they're like threatening to turn into mutants, and they look just like their cartoon counterparts.
Who's that?
You don't remember that scene, like because like the vines are like have like the animals, and they have these two guys next to them with the mosquitoes, and so they think they're gonna turn them into mutants.
Oh, I completely missed it.
Totally missed that, didn't you?
Yeah, I got the
Okay.
rhino and the warthog like callback, but I did not see the two
Yeah,
people.
the two people in there, they look like Rocksteady and Bebop before they're mutated from the '80s cartoon.
Okay, okay.
And then like April's cell phone is like the Ninja Turtle theme song.
Oh yeah, yeah, I like that.
So yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Like ever since watching the movie, all the episodes seem like filler because we know what it's leading up to.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that what I'm liking about this episode is it's furthering the plot to the Shredder. Because at this point, that's all I really want to see. You know what I mean?
I really liked seeing Splinter like develop in
Oh
this.
yeah, that too.
The development of Splinter, and also like getting to see more of April and kind of her playing a bigger part, I think was great. Because everything's been focused on the turtles so far,
Yeah,
and they haven't really grown much.
yeah,
So, and
yeah,
then
yeah.
obviously we've seen the movies, so we know like they improve in their powers and everything. So hopefully, like that happens, as a result of this episode.
Yeah, I agree. A couple things with April that I really like is she's just so tenacious, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like Splinter is like, "Leave this to me." And then next thing you know, she's dressed up as a foot soldier going undercover.
pretty much.
And then the whole Michelangelo like, "April, you're a bad guy?" And then she says, "No, I mean yes, I mean no, I'm undercover." Yeah, I just really like that. And then it's just Splinter. This whole episode is hilarious when he cracks his back.
Yeah, he keeps like messing his back up.
Yeah, and then he just does a mambo and he does a flip and then he's good to go.
Pretty much.
The scene where where Splinter is going up out of the sewer but runs into his kids going down.
Yeah,
That whole interaction is hilarious, especially since Splinter is like wearing Michelangelo's t-shirt and stuff. It's
it is.
hilarious. But oh, and for all of y'all listening, this is actually a full episode. It's not segmented into two
Yeah, there's not
parts.
two
So
parts.
yeah.
No A and B. It's just one full episode.
Yeah, and it's pretty good. Let's go into our pizza slices on this one. What
Uh,
did
this,
you give it?
this one gets a 4 from me.
4? Yeah, me
Yeah,
too. Me too. It's close. It's close. I still really love Baxter Stockboy, man. That episode is just too great.
yeah.
But
I can't wait to bring him back and like
huh,
a good episode with him.
do, when does he come back? Do you know?
I have no like. I'm watching this like for the first time as we go through.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not even checking like Wikipedia on this.
So yeah, but yeah,
Well,
I mean they've been teasing this whole Shredder thing for a while, and there's finally some pay up for that one. So
yeah, I can't wait. I'm wondering if it's season 2 though. So hopefully we don't have to wait that long.
probably, I'm sure like it'll be like some big reveal at the end, and then cliffhanger, and then season 2 it starts off with that.
Oh, cuz let's just say right now we're on episode 16,
Yeah,
okay? There's 26 episodes, so we have 10 more left.
so we have like 9 episodes of filler, and then like one episode that's gonna further this plot.
That is kind of what I'm afraid of, but we'll see when it gets to there. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. That is our episode for today. So next up, read Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue number 4 and watch episode 17. This one is called Portal Jacked and Warren and Hypno sitting in a tree. So join us next episode for that.
So it sounds like a love story.
Hypno and what was his name? The
Warren,
worm.
Warren
What's his last name though? Warren.
Stone,
Yeah,
Warren.
Warren Stone. Okay, all right.
So like the biggest creature and the smallest creature get together.
Yeah. I really hope like one of them sits on the other and just like ends him sooner or later.
Okay. Well, we obviously know Warren Stone's gonna be around for a while.
Yeah, I know. He's like the most annoying like villain ever.
Yeah, it's kind of like dealing with you.
How did I know that was gonna happen? I knew that was gonna
I mean,
happen.
you set me up pretty good there.
Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
See ya.
Cowabunga.